This week we have 3 planets moving into sensitive water sign Cancer and a full moon in Capricorn. All of this, an empowered moment and more in my new intuitive energy forecast for the week of Monday, June 17th through Sunday, June 23rd, 2024. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from Sacred Soul Empowerment. And we're going to be talking about the weekly energies for this week and giving you some messages from our angels and guides. So for this week, we're going to be using, for the collective's message, the Angel Tarot by Jane Wallace. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray. Before we look at your stones of choice or talk about the astrology for the week, let's go ahead, settle in, and do an empowered moment. So take a deep breath. Exhale, releasing all tension in your body, releasing all thoughts from your mind, letting go and feeling at peace in your energy field. Closing your eyes if they're not already and focusing on soft waves of water. We're moving into a week where we're going to be transitioning from Gemini, air sign energy, to Cancer, water sign energy. And with the water, we have love and nurturing, intuition, sensitivity, caretaking energy, healing energy. So again, visualize, sense, see, or feel these soft, gentle waves of water or waves of energy. The love, the compassion, the forgiveness, the healing, all washing over you like gentle waves in the ocean. And I want you to breathe in this intention into every cell of your body, breathing in waves of water, waves of unconditionally loving light energy, waves of gentle intuition, breathing it in, balancing your body, mind, and energy field as you breathe in and exhale out. Feeling safe and secure, comfortable and at peace as you breathe in and breathe out. This gentle, loving energy from the universe. Embodying this divine feminine energy within every cell of your body. Riding on the waves of peace. And taking one last deep, healing, balancing and healing breath. And as you exhale and in your own time, you can open your eyes, return to this time and place and space. And let's get ready to look at your stones of choice for this week. These are all special intention pendants, which you can find on my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment. These and lots more. They're infused, Reiki infused with special intentions. So maybe you'll find one of these or something different there that you like. But this one is celestite. I actually love this one because it's actually in this beautiful kind of oval shape, nice and smooth like an egg. And this celestite is wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, number of the light worker, psychic insights and perceptions. It's also infused with the energies of planet Neptune, ruler of the spiritual realm, dreams and clairvoyance, with the energies of Pisces for creativity, imagination and visions, the water element for increased intuition and empathy. And this one has infused into it the energy of Major Arcana 2, the Priestess, for mystery, magic, and divine feminine power. It also has Archangel Raziel's energy infused into it, the Archangel of increased psychic abilities, alchemy, and connecting with all of those of the angelic realm. All right, and let's take a look at pendant number 2 here. This one is beautiful abalone shell. And if you don't know, abalone shells come from the ocean, right? They're actually marine life. And this abalone shell is wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charge with the vibration of, again, master number 11, the number of the light worker and the visionary, but also the number that brings balance and heightened connection to our psychic senses. The energies of Neptune, a planet that brings a connection to the waters of the ocean for heightened creativity, fluidity, and imagination. Activation of the crown chakra, third eye chakra, and heart chakras for opening to higher awareness, increased intuition, and opening oneself to unconditional love. This one has the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael for protection and to clear away lower energies, and Archangel Raziel again to tune into divine magic and alchemy. And our last pendant of choice here, or stone of choice, is this beautiful selenite wand. And this is wrapped in silver wire. It's been Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11. So yes, they all have vibration master number 11 this week. Number of the light worker, psychic insights and perceptions, and balanced leadership. The energies of the planet Uranus, ruler of change, redirection, and higher God mind energies. The fire element for passion, creativity, and fast-moving energies. This one has the energy of Major Arcana 17, the star card in it, essence of making plans for the future and manifesting your dreams. This one has Archangel Michael's energy, archangel that helps us cut cords to the past and move forward on our highest and most important destiny path. And again, Archangel Raziel's energy, archangel of psychic abilities, divine magic, alchemy, and all of those of the angelic realm. This one, selenite, helps us to connect with the angelic realm. So again, we've got celestite, look like that. We've got the abalone shell, and we've got, I know this one looks large, but selenite. It's not that large. It might be better as a longer hanging pendant, but definitely is doable here. And we'll let you think about that for a little bit. And let's jump into the astrological energies of the week. And actually, there's a lot going on, so we've got to get to it here. On Monday, the 17th of June, is when Venus, planet of love, relationships, she also rules personal resources, including money and finances. She rules our values, how we value ourselves, our sense of self-worth. She's moving out of Gemini, vacillating, changeable Gemini, which is probably good. She's moving into the calm waters of Cancer, which is why we did our meditation the way we did, because Cancer is a water sign and it rules our our intuition, our gut feelings and gut instincts. It rules sensitivity. It rules our emotions, our feelings, the subconscious realm even. So Venus is moving into Cancer, and she's going to stay there from June 17th until July 11th. Not quite a full month, but almost. And so there's going to be more of a focus on home and family matters, especially those that deal with females or female relatives, even female friends, because Venus rules the feminine energy, the divine feminine. And Cancer, of course, is a sign that does rule home and family, our ancestry, caretaking, caring for, looking over, listening, counseling, and again, intuitive and emotional sensitivity. Now, Monday's a big day because there's a lot going on. After Venus moves into Cancer, Mercury, the planet of the mental realm, ruler of the mental realm, in his home sign of Gemini, is going to be in a challenging aspect to Neptune, ruler of the spiritual realm, in Pisces. Now, Neptune in Gemini is at the very last degree, the 29th degree, considered a critical degree of Gemini. Neptune in Pisces, Neptune is also at his critical degree of 29 degrees of Pisces. So this is going to heighten and magnify the energies of both of these planets. And since Mercury deals with like the logical mind, the logical ego mind, right? And analysis and thoughts and thinking and perceptions. But Neptune rules the intangible, the unseen, those things that are not really of third dimensional reality. Neptune rules the spiritual realm. So this might cause some fuzzy thinking, some lack of clarity, some confusion on a mental level, like our thoughts, our ideas, our perceptions. Even our communication might be a little bit confused or misunderstood. So all of that is possible, especially in the early hours of the day, Monday, Eastern time. Now, after Mercury at that last degree of Gemini connects with Neptune at the last degree of Pisces, Mercury is moving right on into Cancer as well, joining Venus in that lovely, emotional, sensitive water sign. Now, Mercury is going to be in Cancer until July 2nd, so not quite as long as Venus is going to stay there. And Mercury in Cancer, again, home and family matters, communication especially, because that's what Mercury rules. One of the things that he rules is the communication realm. So communication, heightened communication, magnified communication with home and family during this period of time will occur. But our communications are going to be less logical and analytical, like it was when he traveled through Gemini the past 2 or 3 weeks. And now it's going to be more emotion-based, feeling-based, heart-based, right? We're coming from the heart when it comes to our emotions. And then after Mercury moves into Cancer, Mercury, because it's a little bit faster moving than Venus, Mercury is going to connect with Venus, right? Earlier in the day, Venus went into Cancer, then Mercury went into Cancer. Mercury's catching up and connects with Venus. So again, look for this day to be one of a lot of heart-centered connections with home and family matters, or even if it comes to friends or even people we work with. Know that our communications are coming from the heart and we're more sensitive and compassionate and empathic to what people are going through. And then the last thing that happens on Monday is that Venus in Cancer, I wouldn't say the last thing because the moon is always moving, right? But the last thing between some of the what we call major planets here, the major players, is that Mercury, I think I said Venus, but I meant Mercury in Cancer. So again, ruler of the mental realm, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications, is in a weird kind of inconjunct aspect to Pluto, planet of death and rebirth and power and control and regeneration and transformation, rebirth energies. So there is some sort of shift in how we're expressing ourselves with that Mercury in Cancer, or maybe we're expressing ourselves in a more heart-filled way, or maybe we're paying more attention to our intuitive thoughts and feelings that are coming into play. And we're really shifting into our power, or taking back our power, or feeling more empowered, because Pluto is all about empowerment versus disempowerment energies. So there might be some situations going on that really asks us to, again, step into our power, take our power back. Now on Tuesday, the 18th, the very next day, is when Venus in Cancer connects to Pluto by inconjunct. So again, we have this theme of transformation of the divine feminine, transformation of our emotions and our emotional body, transformation with our expression within the emotions, right? How we express our feelings and emotions to other people, transformation in home and family matters, especially, again, maybe female relatives. Because Venus does rule the feminine. It doesn't mean only female relatives, but there is definitely an emphasis on that divine feminine energy, because Venus is a divine feminine planet and Cancer is a feminine sign. So there's a lot of emotional, intuitive, empathic, compassionate, forgiveness, sort of energies, receptive energies here with that Cancer energy. On Thursday, the 20th, we've got the Sun in Gemini, and the Sun rules our ego and our self-expression and our confidence. And right now it's in communicative, thought-oriented Gemini, but Gemini sometimes vacillates. So as it's been moving through Gemini the past few weeks, we've maybe been kind of vacillating back and forth and, uncertain as to whether we're coming from our glass half full perspective or our glass half empty, or whether we're coming from the heart and trust and faith, or whether we're coming from worry, anxiety, and fear. That's part of the Gemini. But the Sun in Gemini is going to be challenging Neptune. Just like earlier in the week, or Monday, is when Mercury in Gemini challenged Neptune by this square aspect. So again, the Sun is at that last degree of Gemini, that critical degree, and Neptune is still at the 29th degree of Pisces, that last degree. So again, this is heightening or magnifying the energies. Now with the Sun, it's our sense of self-identity, and Neptune is pretty elusive. It deals with illusion, confusion, delusion. So we might not know who we are, what we're supposed to be doing, what the right choices are, what the right path to take is, how to communicate what our thoughts are. All of these things would be indicated by the Sun in Gemini challenging Neptune. And then on the same day, Thursday, after that happens, the Sun is moving into Cancer. So this is the third planet this week, following Venus and then Mercury, that's moving into Cancer. Now this is the summer solstice energy, right? This is our summer solstice. And the Sun, of course, is going to be in Cancer for about a month until July 22nd. So now again, there's a big focus on home, family, love, compassion, caring for, caretaking, intuition, empathy, and just our ancestry as well. This is a great time to tap into our ancestral roots, our ancestral heritage, or call upon our ancestors to bring us guidance and information as to how to move forward in particular situations that we're in. This can bring up a lot of subconscious emotional energy as well. Now on Friday, the 21st, we've got a full moon at 1 degree of Capricorn. So the Sun is at 1 degree of Cancer. The moon is going to be opposite that at 1 degree of Capricorn. And this again is about completion and closure, the ending of a cycle. That's what full moons are about. And this full moon being in Capricorn, it can be about our earthly goals. To me, Capricorn deals with our career path, life path, destiny path, who we are out in the world, our earthly goals. So there's something coming to completion here. Now, I'm not saying your career is coming to an end, or, any of the goals that you've been working towards are going to be ending, but there's some sort of door closing to the past, especially with this being Capricorn full moon with all these planets in Cancer, because Cancer often does reminisce on the past. It likes to go back and review and reflect on the past events, past people in our lives. So again, whatever this closure is, and it could relate to other things, obviously, other than your career and life purpose. Can deal with home and family, can deal with relationship, can deal with issues of money and finance, where you're living. If you've been thinking about moving, maybe there's again some completion or closure in these different areas of your life. And then on Saturday the 22nd, we've got the sun now in Cancer, and it's going to be in that inconjunct aspect to Pluto. So first, Mercury was in conjunct Pluto, and then Venus was in conjunct Pluto, and now the sun is in conjunct Pluto. There's a lot of transformational death and rebirth energies that are occurring within the emotions, the emotional body, our emotional expression, home and family matters, and also I want to say self-love, right? I mean, Cancer is this very loving, compassionate sign, but it can also be about love of self as well. So lots of interesting energies going on this week. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. And the first card here is Major Arcana 2, the High Priestess. And the message at the bottom, it's the Angel of Power. Well, we've been talking about Pluto, planet of power or empowerment. And here we've got the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess, she's usually seen as she is in this particular rendition of the card from the Angel Tarot, seen holding a book. And this is kind of like the book of your Akashic records. This is, the priestess is kind of this magical, divine, feminine energy who's deeply psychic and deeply intuitive and deeply magnetic and deeply magical. And so it's like she's calling in the power, right? It's like, it's really like it is priestess energy, right? So she's definitely, as a priestess, calling in her power, calling in her ancestors' powers, calling in her power from all of her previous incarnations and past life experiences with this book of the Akash or Akashic records there in her arms. And she's spreading her wings, and she's really showing her true, authentic, and powerful self here. So this is highly about intuition to me, the priestess, this magical, healing, intuitive energy dynamic here. So I think that this, especially with the full moon in Capricorn being later in the week, is very on point, right? I feel like we can do some magical ceremonies, magical intentions, powerful, again, connections to our ancestors or connections to past life gifts, talents, and abilities that we want to bring forth and recall back to integrate within ourselves. It's like calling back your power, calling back your soul pieces maybe that maybe have fragmented from past life or even this life traumas and challenges. It's like you're calling back those energies, calling back your magic and calling back your power, and becoming this wonderful, powerful priestess. And we've got, again, this 2 crescent moons on either side of what looks like a full moon at top of her head. So we're talking about increased claircognizance, crown chakra, claircognizance, increased clairaudience with the 2 crescent moons being close to the ear chakras, hearing messages, knowing messages. This is even covering her third eye, this full moon there at the crown, and covering her third eye, so clairvoyance as well. So the clairs are being heightened here. Your magical powers are being heightened. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second card here. Okay, so talk about death and rebirth energies of Pluto, right? First we have the High Priestess, the Angel of Power. Now we have Major Arcana 13, which is the Death card here. And it's the Angel of Transformation. So just as I said, Pluto is transformation, regeneration, transmutation, transition, big changes, death and rebirth. And this energy, the death card, is ruled by the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by the modern planet Pluto. So now we go back to Pluto. So Pluto is really important this week. Pluto is now in Aquarius. It is retrograding back. I think it's at 1 degree of Aquarius, right? It started its retrograde motion at 2 degrees of Aquarius. It moves very slowly. It's at 1 degree, then it'll go to 0 degrees. It's going to jump back into Capricorn for September, October, and November, but we're not there yet. So Pluto is still in this wonderful sign of the humanitarian, this wonderful sign of coming together with groups of like-minded people or collaborating with others that have a similar vision. Aquarius is kind of future-oriented. So Pluto is helping us to transform ourselves as an individual, as a collective, as a species, as a human race on Earth, and even Earth Mother Gaia herself. We're all going through this death and rebirth process. And I like that, in this deck, because it is an angel deck, we've got obviously an angel, right? Yes, we could say it's the angel of death. Archangel Azrael is usually known as the angel that helps souls transition and cross over. But death is not literal only, it's metaphoric. And the greater part of the death card is a metaphoric death and rebirth. And I like that there's all these lovely little red flowers here that are popping up all over the place, right? So where there is a releasing and letting go of something, where there's a death of something, there's new growth. There's new opportunities for a rebirth here that's happening. So allow transformation. If we don't continue to transform and evolve, we become stagnant. And we, as an individual or as a human race, we don't want to become stagnant. We don't want to stay in the same place, because that doesn't allow for evolution and growth. That's what transformation, death, and rebirth energies are all about. So we've got High Priestess, Major Arcana, followed by Death, Major Arcana. This is some very powerful energies this week as we move into Venus, Mercury, the Sun, all moving into Cancer, all connecting with Pluto, full moon in Capricorn. I mean, there's a lot going on this week. And of course, the summer solstice, which is the Sun moving into Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what the last card is, shall we? Okay, I just have to laugh because there's no mistakes, the moon, Major Arcana, the moon. So we've got 3 Major Arcana cards. When we have Major Arcana in a reading, it's more than what's going on in our individual personal lives. This is what's going on the collective. This is what's going on a soul level. This is what's going on a higher spiritual level, right? When we have Major Arcana cards. So this is Major Arcana 18. It's the moon. It's the angel of dreams. Now, the moon rules our subconscious. It rules our reflections. It rules our intuition and gut instincts. The moon, because it does rule the subconscious, also can rule our dreams, our dream time at night while we're sleeping. It doesn't necessarily refer to our daydreams and what we visualize when we're in the waking state. This is about being in the sleeping state when our subconscious is more active, our dream life is more active. So the angel of dreams here with the moon card, pay attention to your dreams this week. All this Cancerian energy with the full moon at the 1st degree of Capricorn, which, by the way, the next full moon, normally we go from sign to sign, right? So we would think after Capricorn comes Aquarius. But because this full moon is at 1 degree of Capricorn, the next full moon is going to be at the 29th degree of Capricorn in a month, and that's the last degree of Capricorn. So we've got 2 full moons in Capricorn, folks. So there's something important that's coming to a close here, because 2 full moons about closure, releasing, healing, letting go, the completion of something. 2 full moons are in this same sign of Capricorn. So here we've got, the dark wolf and the light wolf, right? So this is like our higher soul self with the white wolf, our shadow side with the dark gray or black wolf. So again, in our dreams, we can connect with our higher soul selves, which gives us intuitive messages and guidance and information. We can also connect with our shadow side as the subconscious is clearing and releasing and healing and letting go of things that are buried deep within the psyche, or that are from, again, previous lifetime situations that need to be released and let go. The full moon, as we can see here on the moon card, again, largely about a magnification of a healing process, a purging process that's going on. And that purging process coming right after the death card makes it especially so. So if you're feeling a little tired or fatigued or drained or angry or frustrated or emotional or depressed, all these things are part of the process of purging what you no longer need. So be aware of things as they come up, even those challenging things, mostly those challenging things, and know that it's for a process of becoming aware of. Why is it here? What is it teaching me? Or is this simply a past life memory, or something that I need to release and let go of? Ask Archangel Michael to pull the cords, release, the energies by pulling the cords to your chakras or to wherever it is in your energy bodies that the memory or the emotion or the thought form is connected to. If it is indeed time to release and let it go, ask Archangel Michael to assist you and help you with that. Or you can call on any other archangel or deity that you feel, or your ancestors, call on them to help you to release and let go. So very, very powerful week. There's like a ripple here, a ripple effect happening down here. I don't know what that is. At first I thought it was like a feather that, dropped onto the water, and it like started this ripple effect. And whether that's a feather or not, feathers can be a reminder that your angels or your guides are right there trying to give you some angelic messages. But this ripple effect, it's going back again, not just this lifetime, but into previous lifetime incarnations or to parallel lifetime situations. There's a ripple effect happening. And isn't that interesting? I wore my moonstone today. Moonstone, ruled by the moon, and very much a priestess kind of energy. Well, again, you can't make this stuff up. But this ripple effect, it's going back. And even if it's not your lifetime stuff, it might be your ancestry, your ancestors, where there's a pattern, or maybe you're helping to heal, this karmic, pattern or of energy within your ancestry line. So all of this is having a ripple effect, and then it'll come back into your now life and your present life to bring healing physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So we better get going here and look at your special message card. Looking at the time here. So we're going to give the Angel Guide Oracle a little shuffle, and the first stone of choice was, the Celestite. So for those of you that chose the Celestite, special message for Celestite people. What angel message is for Celestite people? This one's calling my name, or calling your name, I should say. Surrender. Wow. Okay. So because all the Cancerian energies that are happening, and Cancer is a feminine planet, feminine signs of the zodiac and feminine planets. Cancer isn't a planet, but the feminine energies within the zodiac are very receptive. They're indrawing, receptive, go with the flow, allow kind of energies. That's how you, kind of tap into your intuition, right? You let go and allow information to come through your psychic senses. So as we allow, we're needing to surrender. Here we've got a lit up kind of heart chakra space here. It's even maybe going up a little bit to the throat chakra, but mostly heart chakra. Again, be in your heart. Surrender and come from your heart. Be in your heart. Unconditional love for self and others. Unconditional compassion. Unconditional forgiveness. And just emanate love and light, right? It doesn't mean not to have good boundaries. It doesn't mean to not speak your truth if you need to speak your truth to somebody, but do it in a loving and compassionate way, knowing that they are a soul going through their own soul lessons. And that unconditional love of universe, source, great spirit, God, goddess, whatever you want to term that energy. It all goes back to love, that unconditional love. So we need to be in this space of surrender. If I just heard, if you're waiting for like some sort of an outcome or needing to make a decision or choose a direction, right now I feel like you're needing to surrender and let go and allow it to come to you, allow it to be shown to you. If we push too hard, it's not going to happen. Things are just going to be like, there's going to be a block if you push too hard or try to make something happen. So this is all about surrender, trust, faith, and just tune in. This person is kind of closing their eyes and tuning into their clairsentience of their heart chakra, the clairaudience, clairvoyance, claircognizance. They're tuning into their psychic senses and that energy of love and allowing something to unfold in divine timing. Okay, let's take a look at the message for the abalone shell people. So for abalone shell, special message for the week for abalone shell. This one's calling my attention. Trust the universe. Similar message. Let go, trust, have faith. The universe is kind of working behind the scenes, conspiring in your favor. So again, it's not a time to push, right? I mean, Mars wasn't featured this week, but right now Mars, the warrior planet and energy, action, forward movement planet, is in Taurus, and Taurus is a feminine sign as well. Mars wants to push, but Taurus says, let's be patient. Let's just kind of, take things little by little, step by step. So right now with all this feminine energy, I love this spiral, this colorful rainbow spiral. Hope, faith, trust, magic, miracles. If you just trust the universe, something miraculous is going to happen. Something that maybe that you haven't even conceived of. The best possible solution, the best possible opportunity, the best possible manifestation of something is on its way. When? I don't know. You got to trust the universe. We don't know when. And I know some of you might be in situations or circumstances where there's a little bit more of a third dimensional timing thing going on. And in that case, on the short term, tell your angels and guides, speak to, again, universe, source, God. Just say, I know I'm in a place of trust and faith, but something has got to unfold for me that's in my highest and best interest by X amount of time, because I've got a deadline. If you don't have a deadline, then just, again, let go and let divine timing unfold when it's supposed to, when it's meant to happen. But if you have some sort of a real hard line as far as a timing thing, just tell the universe, by this time, I need some sort of divine miracle, divine answer, divine direction, whatever it is, and the universe will provide that. All right, and then for those of you that chose the selenite, right? So selenite people, I'm going to close my eyes so I can't see the bottom. That's what I usually do. Special message for the week for selenite people. This one's calling my attention. Signs and reminders. They all have a very similar message going on here. So this is paying attention to whether it's totem animals in nature, spiritual signs. It could be a rainbow might be your sign, an angel, a feather, a bird feather, which is kind of like angelic communication might be your sign. I often will see certain birds are my magical messengers. Their birds are messenger angels, and they all have specific meanings. Maybe you read something, maybe you hear a song just when you were thinking about something or asking for some sort of a sign, some sort of guidance from the universe. And this song with the right phrase, the right words comes in and you're like, what? Are you kidding me? Is that my answer? So just really pay attention to all of those signs and synchronicities and reminders from the universe. they're speaking to you in various ways. Maybe it's the moon cycle. Maybe it's a formation in the cloud. Here we've got butterflies signifying new birth, or colorful, creative self-expression, or spreading your wings and flying and flitting to the next adventure, or the bird soaring high and seeing things from a different perspective, or looking for the pot of gold or the blessing at the end of the rainbow. I mean, there's all different ways to interpret all of these signs and synchronicities and again, reminders that the universe is on your side. Your angels and guides are assisting and helping you every step of the way. Your higher soul self is always connected to you. And if you, through meditation and quiet moments, connect with, call in the stronger connection to your higher soul self and ask, what do I need to know? Where do I need to go next? What do I need to do next? Show me. And then surrender and have faith and trust. And then something is going to occur. Something will happen. So pay attention. I hope you've all enjoyed this weekly energy forecast. Thank you so much, everyone. I send you lots of love and light and many, many blessings and beautiful signs and synchronicities from the universe. Namaste.